What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing them the bacon. NFL DFS video. We are talking Monday Night Football. We've got Cleveland Browns at Denver Broncos. We've got a great weather forecast as of now, 44 degrees and clear, unlike the snow game that we saw on Sunday Night Football. So if you've never been here before, welcome to the channel. We have giveaways every single video of the main slate and NBA. So if you have not already checked out our NBA content, I will link that at the end of the video. It's a small 4-game slate, but you guys are here for the breakdown of the NFL. So what we're going to do is we're kind of going to go over the stats from last year to this year through the first 13 weeks and Sunday Night Football and the breakdown of how the positions go. We're going to give you a little bit more of a breakdown there, and then we're going to build some lineups, FanDuel, DraftKings, and Yahoo. So make sure you buckle up and you get ready, because we're going to have a lot of fun. If you've never been to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, make sure you check it out. We've got FTA Plus, so we've got a lot of free content, but we have FTA Plus, a lot of NFL content here. $10 for a week can check out everything. You've got a monthly pass, normally $29.99, but use the promo code Black Friday, get it for $15, get half off your first month, or one coupon code left, first come, first serve. The yearly pass, normally $199, use the promo code NBA is back, all one word, all capital letters. You will get it for $74.99. So, like we said, we're trying to make you better DFS players. So we're going to give you the stats behind the picks, then we're going to give you the picks, and we're going to build those lineups using that. So hopefully you guys are ready to rock and roll, because we are ready to rock and roll. So all of these stats are from DraftKings, but we are going to build on FanDuel and Yahoo as well. So since the beginning of last year, 84% of the winning lineups have contained at least one quarterback in the winning lineup. Now, I love both quarterbacks today. Bo Nix has really turned it around after a slow start to the season, and we've got Jameis Winston. We know he loves to toss the ball a ton. Only 6% of the winning lineups had used the entire $50,000 salary, so do not feel like you need to use the entire salary on DraftKings. Only 16% of the players, winners used a $200 player or less. Not many that look like they might do anything in this one. I mean, you have Deontay Foreman at that price, but again, he has not played since week 8. He's been inactive these weeks. You've got all of the other ones that probably aren't going to make it in, so I do not see... I'm actually surprised Parham isn't on, you know, it did pretty well for the Chargers, but hasn't been in a game this year. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be using a $200 or less player. Maybe some news breaks today, so that's kind of the only thing that would change it, would be if any news breaks today of someone being in or out, and then that's when we would go ahead and use a $200 player. 80% of the winning lineups have used a $4,000 or less player, which makes a little bit more sense. Estime, I'm not looking at him. Browns defense, maybe, but probably not. We are looking maybe a little Jordan Humphrey, Tyler Franklin, Marvin Mims Jr. Those would be the ones you'd look at. Jordan Akins, probably not. Probably not going down to Adam Troutman or Lucas Kroll either. So there might be some, but highly doubtful in this situation. The average salary used has been $47,500, so they've left $2,500 on the table. And then stacks. This is where it's big. So it follows which stack we're looking at, what's the game script looking at. So 44% of the time it's been a 4-2 stack, 36% of the time it's been a 3-3, and only 21% of the time has it been a 5-1 stack in favor of one team. Then we break down the captain percentage, or the MVP, or the superstar as they call it on Yahoo. 39% of the time, it's been a wide receiver. Love me some wide receivers in this game. Cortland Sutton, love me some Cortland Sutton. Love me some Jerry Jeudy. 28% of the time, it's been a running back. I would use Nick Chubb, and I would be looking at Javonte Williams in that, or Jaleel McLaughlin maybe a little bit. 17% of the time, it's been a quarterback. I love both of these quarterbacks. I think I could see Bo Nix. He's got a great matchup here. I could see him being in that captain spot. 7% of the time it's been a tight end, 7% of the time it's been a defense, and only 2% of the time it has been a kicker. But it is at Mile High Stadium. It is in Denver. The ball does travel here. So kickers, you could look at kickers a little bit. Hopefully it's not a kickers game, because no one wants to see just a kickers game on a primetime Monday Night Football game. That being said, all of these videos are sponsored by Outlier.bet. If you have not checked out Outlier.bet, make sure you check them out. We use them for prop bets, but we also use them for looking into the games. I will actually have some prop bets in the Discord, which is in the link down, or the link is down below. It's a completely free Discord. We've had a lot of success with prop bets. They've hit yesterday, and we will put some more up for this game. So looking at the overall game, 42.5 over-under, kind of a lower over-under. But do have Denver as a 6.5 point favorite right now. So, again, we always love to see that a little bit because that means if the Browns are behind, Jameis Winston's going to have to throw it 40 times a game. We know that he can go for 4 touchdowns, but he could also go for 4 interceptions. So, in that instance, maybe you look at the Denver defense a little bit as well. So, that being said, let's build a couple of lineups for each site. Hopefully we're able to have a little fun with this. Again, these are very tournament-esque, but that's what you're playing when you're playing Showdown. So let's, for instance, say Cortland Sutton. He's the highest priced guy. We are looking at a quarterback. Maybe we want to go down. Let's go Jerry Jeudy. We go down. No, I want Jerry Jeudy as a captain. We've got Jeudy at 13.5, where Sutton is 15.3. So we've got Jeudy there. I think Bo Nix plays a pivotal role in this game. Hopefully they go up big, and if they do, it's because of him. I think we get Jameis Winston in there as well because you want your quarterback throwing it to your captain. I think that makes a lot of sense. David Njoku makes a ton of sense for me, so we were left with 2 spots, 4,200 available. I think we go with Javonte Williams at 68. That brings us down to 17. So again, Adam Troutman here. We've got him here. It really just depends on how this game goes. You never know who they're going to throw to tight end wise, but he makes sense with 1,500 there, or 1,700. So Pierre Strong is there, but I'm not using him. Lucas Kroll, I'm probably not using him. I'd rather go Troutman. But again, it's just such a weird little. They have tight ends here for Denver, but they don't use them. Like there's not like that one that we need to use. So Jeudy, Bo Nix, Jameis Winston, David Njoku, Javonte Williams, and Adam Troutman. Now, these are tournament lineups. They will be different. Again, they will be different. Got to get a little creative here. But let's check it out. Let's make a 5-1 stack with the Broncos. So Cortland Sutton, I think he's at the top. I think Bo Nix has to throw it to him. I think David Njoku is that guy I want for against Denver, the only Cleveland guy. Another one is Devon Velley. Now, we've used him. He's had 3 straight double-digit games. I love him in this situation. We're at 4,900 the rest of the way. Marvin Mims Jr., again, 3.5 is what he's averaging. He's had 3 straight games of pretty good here. 1 touchdown on the year, has 162 yards, should go under-owned. Now we're at 7,100. Javonte Williams, probably where we're going. The Broncos defense, probably not where I'm going, but you could instead of Javonte Williams, you could go with the Broncos defense and feel pretty good about that. So I do not mind if you intermingle and interchange maybe Javonte Williams and the Broncos defense there. So one more DraftKings lineup that we are looking at. Let's, for instance, say we think it's going to be a little bit different, but David Njoku here. So Njoku at the top, you obviously have both quarterbacks throwing there. So Winston's got to throw to him. Javonte Williams makes sense. I think I want to look at Jerry Jeudy. And now we're at 2,000. So we can go Adam Troutman. Is probably where I'm going to go. I'm going to go Adam Troutman on that one. So that is a third lineup there, kind of a different kind of build with a tight end at the top. Not always the big thing. David Njoku is that dude, though. If you look at Njoku, kind of a down game with he had 5 targets last week, only 1 reception. A very weird game for him with only 1 reception. 9 of 9 against New Orleans for 19.1. 5 of 7, 10 of 14 against Cincy. He's going to get targeted. He will get targeted in this game. I love this matchup for him. I am putting Njoku right there at the top in my captain spot. So that's our DraftKings. Now we've moved to FanDuel. A little bit different. Salaries 10,000 more. Players 1 less player in that lineup. But I think Bo Nix makes a ton of sense as our MVP. I think Bo Nix has to throw it. think he throws it a lot. I'm looking at Devon Vell, or Velli. I'm not sure how you say his name. If you are a Denver fan, let me know how to say it down below. Now we got 2 spots available, 9,700 the rest of the way. I think we're looking at Njoku at 12. That brings us down to 7,500, whether or not we want to go Marvin Mims Jr., Jaleel McLaughlin, Jordan Akins. I'm going with Marvin Mims Jr. He's got a great matchup against a defense that gives up some points to the wide receiver. So that is one lineup for me there. I cannot play. I have no money on this. I don't play on FanDuel. I have no money in the balance. So that is one lineup. So let's clear that lineup and look at a different one for a captain spot. Let's go a little bit different. Let's go with Jameis Winston. Now we're 11-2 there. I think Bo Nix makes his way in there. I think we could get in Judy. Obviously, we want him to throw. We want Bo Nix in there. Who's he going to throw to? Give me some Mims at 7,500. Now we've got 10,000 to work with. Elijah Moore is the wide receiver 2, especially with Cedric Tillman out with a concussion. Elijah Moore makes sense. I am putting Elijah Moore in there. We've got Jameis Winston, Bo Nix. We've got those two. We've got Winston throwing to Jerry Jeudy and Elijah Moore because I think they will be playing from behind. So that is a second lineup that we have built. Let's get rid of that one, and let's look at a final lineup here. Looking at this, let's go Judy as our MVP spot. Obviously, we need Winston throwing to him. I think we can get Bo Nix throwing to him as well. Let's get Vell or Velli in here as well. And now we are at 8,500. Whether or not you want to go kicker, Dustin Hopkins, you want to go the Browns defense, which I would not be. I would look at Marvin Mims. You could look at Mims, or you could look at Troy Franklin. Troy Franklin could be a sneaky option we haven't talked about. Hasn't really done much, only been targeted a little bit. Whereas Mims, you can see the last 3 games. The targets are there as well. So I'm going to go Marvin Mims Jr. here as well. We've left 1,000 on the table. Whether or not you want to build around that, you definitely could do it that way. Now we've moved on to Yahoo. Not a lot of people play Yahoo, but some of you do. So I want to be all-inclusive for you guys. So I think he's got to throw it to Sutton. I think Winston makes his way into this lineup. I think Njoku also makes his way into this lineup. Where have I not? How far down is he? Njoku's 19. That doesn't make any sense. That's where you got to take advantage of the pricing. So obviously Zappy and DTR is not in there. Stidham's not in there. So Javonte Williams, Devon Vell, Elijah Moore. I'm going to put Elijah Moore in there. So we've got Winston throwing in Njoku and Moore. We've got Bo Nix throwing to Courtland Sutton. And that is it. I'm not going to build very many because not very many of you actually play on Yahoo, but you get the idea. You know that we're looking at certain players for MVP or captain spot. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, get those down below. If you like what we do, if there are certain things you would like to see in these breakdowns for showdowns, let me know that. If this is great and this is all you need, that's awesome. If you do need a little bit more, you can always go to NFL tab, go down to our cheat. I mean, we have prop bets, we have projections and stuff like that, but we also have a cheat sheet. Now, this cheat sheet's going to show you Week 13. I have not put out the cheat sheet yet for this game, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so you can get all of this for $10 for the week or $15 for the month if you want to check it out. So these are the main slates with FanDuel. This is the Friday night show or Friday afternoon showdown between the Raiders and the Chiefs. We also have the Sunday night, what we've done, and then we've got Monday night, which we will put in here. So we show you which plays we like at the captain spot, what they've averaged their last 5, 10, and season average, the spread, over, under, and the team total. We also have the Monday night for FanDuel, same thing, stacks for the week, DK lineups, and FanDuel lineups. All of that for $10 per week if you guys are interested, but we've got even more. So a $10 a week subscription gets you all the sports all the time. MLB when it's back, NASCAR when it's back, PGA, MMA, NFL, NBA. We've got it all for you. Check it out, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Let us know your thoughts on this video. Good luck today, and as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace!